setup.
Order filled.
Easy scalp. Here we're trading the gold setup. Easy strategy. Using my strategy, I confirm a few things before I get into a trade. First of all, the three things I look at is the RSI. I look at the RSI, I look at the volume, and look at the trend. So, using my setup, I can guarantee the next price action and what is most likely going to happen. So we're trading gold here, and I also went for 2 contracts as opposed to 1 or 3 or 5 or 10. And this setup is what I call the INEX setup. I confirm a few things that I've said before. I check the RSI, I check the volume, and use the eye test for my confirmation. So on the 30 minutes chart, this is the 50 minutes chart, by the way. On the 30 minutes chart, we can see what the price action is like, and I also confirm with the 5-minute chart using the same strategy but a different model of the strategy. So while it's easy for me, I would like to make it easy for others, and you hit me up if you're interested in how this strategy works. On the 5-minute chart, the RSI is 57, still a bullish bias. 50-minute chart, 57, bullish bias. 30-minute chart, 62, bullish bias, not yet oversold. Because in trading, you're told, according to the RSI rule, 50 is neutral. Below 50 is a bearish bias. Above 50 is a bullish bias. It means sellers are more in control. And then way above 70, when it crosses the 70 line, it's an oversold. When it crosses the 30 line here and on the RSI, it's an oversold here, and then it's an overbought here. This setup works for me every single time. I kid you not. Easy way to scalp, if you want to call it that. I call it scalping, I call it trading, I call it whatever I want to call it. As soon as I see my setup aligned, it's game time. I don't even need too much confirmation. As you can see, most traders have a lot of lines, like it's on, everything on, and then it's a lot of confusion. For me, I just have a few things on. I've seen a trade like this, don't doubt me, I've seen people take trades like this, like in real time, take trades like this. What are you reading? What does this tell you? It's jargons. That's what I'll say. I call it jargons. So for me, it's simple eye test, as you might call it, and RSI check, if you want to call it that, the volume, and that's it. So another thing with trading is you need to be patient. I bet you most of you who are looking at watching this now work, you're not making $100 in an hour. It's less than an hour. So what's the crying for? You need to be patient and trust your strategy. Trust that your strategy is gonna work. You get me? So that is that. With that being said, we're just gonna let it ride. As I told you before, there's a high probability setup. I've not had good sleep. It's a 60 to 65% chance of hitting. My strategy is a 60 to 65% chance, has a 60 to 65% chance when it comes true. This is not to say the market cannot go your way, against your way or your prediction. It's just that you're sure it's gonna hit. Another thing I like to tell people is go for $200 per trade. New traders. People like me have been in the game for a while now. So if you were at 200, you're sure gonna hit. So with my strategy, I will advocate that you go for 200 a trade. So whenever you see the strategy or how I explain it to you, like play out, like when you see the setup come up, target 200. It doesn't matter if you take 5 contracts, 2 contracts, 1 contract. Just be patient, and you are at a higher chance of hitting the trade than taking a 500, which to me is a gamble for new traders. So a couple of things we'll go through. We'll do a full month session for just $500. We'll do a full month session, and I'll teach you a few things. Teach you how to spot my strategy. Teach you also when not to rely on the strategy, and confirm with a few other things. And using the word scalp for what it is, teach you how to scalp trades when it goes against your prediction or the setup. My setup, the INEX setup. There's a reason why I call it the INEX setup. No. There's a reason why I call it the INEX setup. Sorry, that was my wife asking if I needed anything to eat. Yeah. So you need to watch out for that. And I would say trading is not something you want to do full time. I would never advise anyone to do trading full time. It should be your side hustle. I only tell people who are in their 80s and 90s, older folks who are done retiring, to trade, because it has to do a lot of focus. It has to do a lot of to trade full time. That's what I mean. Like, I only tell older people to trade full time, not youngins like us. So if you're in your 30s, 20s, 18s, and all that, You might master trading to the point where you can do it full time, but I won't advise that. There are other skills you can do than sitting on a computer. So if you're in your late 40s, get into your 50s, 100%. Other than that, you need to go out on the sun, you need to, do something to get you a little bit fired up. Exercise, make friends, create social connections, because with trading you're pretty much just inside, at home, or on your decks, or wherever you call your office, doing your thing. So the trade is still bullish, as you can see. It gives me more confidence to stay in the trade. If there was a change in direction, I would have got out of the trade. So you have to also approach this not just with patience, you have to psychologically be aware. Look at the market trends. What's happening in the 5-minute chart? Is there bearish bias? What's happening in the 1-minute chart? What's happening everywhere? You need to be aware. You need to keep checking. You don't just trust the process in this case, because you only trust in the process to get into the entry, but the main job you have to do as a trader is to watch out. Is it going against my way? Should I move my stop loss? Should I get out of the trade? Should I manage the loss? So these are things you need to watch out for, or else you'll be smoked. So as I said before, for new traders, you do not want your stop loss or your profit, your take profit, too high. Whoever is selling that to you, oh, you can make $1,000. Like, you're not trading. This is why I said. Youngins, you need to work, do something else. Like, maybe get a business, get a job, get something going on that's gonna get you fired up. You can't use trading. You can't at all use trading to decide, oh, I'm gonna make millions, I'm gonna buy my Ferrari through trading. Yes, you can. When you make this a side job, make it a side job, and then whatever profits you make from here, you add up to what you have from a certainty, because the market is not certain. Yeah, there are profitable traders here and there, but man, I won't. To be fair, I wouldn't tell anyone who is too young or young to make trading their number one target. Nah, I have seen so much in trading. The market flips anytime, and then there's what we call can't remember the name now, what we call it again. So all of a sudden you just see, there's a term for it, but all of a sudden you see manipulation where prices just go from zero, like where it is at, to none.
Order filled.
You watch it drop. So as I told you, we've hit the target. It's a high probability setup, and you can hit me up if you want to learn my way. I've done this countless of times, using the top step X trading combine. I can help you pass your combine trade. This setup works. I have it on both ways. It works on the short, it works on the long.